Being a control group in the show of Daddy Bringing a Baby author, Old Man Salted Fish copywriting Lin Momo has no father or mother since childhood, and lives with the grandmother who picked her up. One day, a person who claimed to be an agent approached her and asked her to pretend to be the daughter of a certain star to participate in the recording of a reality show, and would give her 20,000 yuan after the event was completed. Looking at the poor family, Lin Momo thought for 2 seconds and agreed. This is a reality show called Living with Dad. Dad takes the baby and randomly selects a family background every week to experience a different life. The night before the program was recorded, Lin Momo had a dream. After the program was broadcast, the male celebrity who has retired for many years brought his daughter back, and because of the father and daughter's good looks and loving interaction, they became popular again. The Wanyan male partner who has never been popular before won the title of the strongest dad because he is very good at raising babies, and has countless fans. As a substitute father, the new generation traffic Xian Ro is frequently searched because of the embarrassing chat with his daughter. Even the obnoxious brats from the wealthy family were accepted by the audience because of their true temperament. Only the former singer Lin Cheng's group, the daughter is not cute, the father has no fatherly love, and the father and daughter have no communication during the whole process. The audience pointed out, "I don't know how to bring a baby at all, it's embarrassing and embarrassing, there is no existence feeling, I hate this group the most, it's not good looking at all, I suggest you go offline." Later, more black material was uncovered, Lin Cheng's career and word-of-mouth collapsed, and Lin Momo's 20,000 yuan was also in vain, and was forcibly sent away with the help of internet celebrities and caring people. Welfare Agency. In order to keep her 20,000 yuan, Lin Momo decided to perform well. However, the father-daughter combination of Lin Momo and Lin Cheng still became the control group. Looking at other groups, the audience, so cute. Looking at the control group, the audience, hey, my daughter is so sensible. Looking at other groups, the audience, it's great to be a star. Looking at the control group, the audience, the outdated stars are so miserable. Look at other groups, audience, this is a parent-child interactive program. Looking at the control group, the audience, this turned out to be a survival show? Looking at other groups, the audience, Dad, come on, raise your children. Looking at the control group who drew the unemployed families card, the audience, Daughter, come on and support Dad. Lin Momo, I have to work hard to earn money, otherwise my father will starve to death. Lin Cheng, I have to work hard to earn money, or I will take my daughter back to inherit tens of billions of property. Dividing line. Lin Cheng, who hadn't opened for half a year, received a call from his agent and gave him a contract. Lin Cheng, notification fee. Agent, no. The announcement fee is 100,000, the sponsor's father is invited to dinner for 300,000, and the remaining, 200,000. Lin Cheng, script. Agent, no. The program team didn't have time to write. Lin Cheng, draw lots. Agent, still not. As a makeup group, there is no right to choose. Lin Cheng, where's the child? Broker, there are. Looking at the fake child who looked too much like him, Lin Cheng felt strange. Illustrate 1. Dear father, the birth of Lin Momo is not the fault of father. Father did not know of Lin Momo's existence before, there are other hidden things, the text will explain. 2. Dad has the identity of newbie. 3. Atypical entertainment articles, focusing on family affection, cool articles, no prototypes, and no criticism. The author is a real mother, so don't worry if she can't see her daughter being wronged. Anti-theft ratio 60%, 36H content tags, rebirth of the entertainment industry, female supporting campus search keywords, protagonist, Lin Momo, Lin Cheng supporting role, others, one sentence introduction, the fake father is actually the real father? Conception, Family affection, father and daughter VIP strongly recommends. Momo was originally an orphan, but was picked up and adopted by an old man who scavenged waste. One day, Lin Momo received an invitation to form a father-daughter group with celebrities to participate in the recording of a reality show where fathers bring their children. But she never thought that the father in this program turned out to be her real father. The characters in this article are vividly portrayed and the plot is delicate. A pair of strange father and daughter gradually get to know each other during the recording process of the program, and the process of opening their hearts to each other has love and healing. The process of making a parent-child reality show into a survival program is really interesting. As night fell, a snack street next to the main road in City C gradually became lively. Young men, women, and gangsters sat on small tables on the road drinking and eating skewers. About a dozen young children wandered back and forth between tables and people with QR codes hanging on their chests. Lin Momo was also one of them. The difference is that there is no QR code sign on her chest. Gilyalu. An empty beer can was kicked to Lin Momo's feet. Hey! Beggars, get away! It's smelly and dirty, I lost my appetite. What about you? Didn't you hear? Then, another half of the sausage was thrown at Lin Momo's feet. The young woman who threw the sausage said impatiently, Okay, I'll give you food too, go to other tables. Lin Momo remained motionless. At this time, a soda can flew towards Lin Momo, and with a bang, it hit her on the head impartially. The remaining beer in the can ran down Lin Momo's forehead and into his eyes, causing burning pain in his eyes. Lin Momo didn't say anything. She raised her hand, wiped her eyes vigorously with her sleeve, wiped off the beer on her face, and stayed at the table of several yellow-haired youths, unwilling to leave. The yellow-haired youths were angry. MD, are you an idiot? I told you to get lost, didn't you understand? Go away. Go away. Let you go. Don't go. While cursing, several young people took other empty beer cans by the table and threw them at Lin Momo. From time to time, some people laughed and cursed jokingly. When they threw away the empty soda cans and were about to pick up the glass wine bottle next to it and throw it at Lin Momo, the two young women on the table tried to persuade them, and those people gave up. Seeing that it was almost done, Lin Momo squatted on the ground and picked up all the empty soda cans scattered around, and put them into the woven bag behind her. After picking them up, Lin Momo bowed to those yellow-haired youths, said thank you, and then turned and ran away. The thin figure and the big woven bag on her back quickly disappeared into the night. On the way back, Lin Momo sold the scraps behind her and bought 2 buns. Are your grandma's legs still not healed? The owner of the bun shop asked with concern. Not yet. Lin Momo shook her head. Lin Momo has no father and no mother, and grew up with her grandmother. The two usually rely on subsidies from the neighborhood committee and selling scraps for a living. Grandma is not a real grandma. Lin Momo was abandoned by her biological parents and thrown in a nearby flea market. The other party picked her up when they were picking up waste. Last month, Grandma broke her leg and has not recovered. The job of picking up and selling scraps fell to Lin Momo alone. Back in the dark and narrow old building, just as Lin Momo was about to open the door, the movement in the room alerted her. The old thing still dares to lie to me. Don't think I haven't heard of it. During the holidays in the past 2 months, the community gave out holiday condolences. Where did you hide the money? Tell me or not. If you don't tell me, don't blame me for being rude. It was Zhang Xiaoqiang's voice. Lin Momo carefully withdrew her hand, ran downstairs and hid the remaining 10 yuan from the sale of scrap products before turning back. When Lin Momo opened the door, the room was in a mess, Grandma fell to the ground, and Zhang Xiaoqiang stood in front of her. Zhang Xiaoqiang is Lu Quifang's own son. He doesn't have a serious job. He spends his days in some dubious places. When he has no money, he comes back to ask Lu Quifang for it. Lu Quifang, who was in the room, saw Lin Momo coming back, and quickly waved her hand to signal her to leave. Unfortunately, Zhang Xiaoqiang had already spotted Lin Momo at the door. "If you want to run, can you run away?" Zhang Xiaoqiang sneered, "The old man is so nervous, you put your money on this little bastard, right?" After finishing speaking, Zhang Xiaoqiang stepped forward and dragged Lin Momo into the room, ignoring Lin Momo's struggle and rummaged through her body. As a result, nothing was found except 50 cents. Unwillingly, Zhang Xiaoqiang pulled the woven bag behind Lin Momo to see what happened. Still nothing inside. Where is the other money? Where is it hidden? No more, everything is there. Lin Momo pointed to the 50 cents in Zhang Xiaoqiang's hand and said. Fart. How could there be only so little? Lin Momo shook her head and said nothing. Lu Quifang lamented from the side, I usually only have a small amount of money every month, and the condolence money for the holidays is only 50. I broke my leg before and spent money on medical treatment and medicine. How can I still have money now? Zhang Xiaoqiang seemed to believe this, he spat, and cursed, you old is better off dead, why are you so ashamed to spend money on medical treatment? Zhang Xiaoqiang was very upset when he came here and didn't get any money. When he glanced at Lin Momo, Zhang Xiaoqiang thought of something, rolled his eyes, and suddenly had an idea. Seeing Zhang Xiaoqiang approaching Lin Momo with a strange expression, Lu Quifang became nervous, and a bad premonition struck her heart. Zhang Xiaoqiang, what do you want to do? Don't do anything, I suddenly thought of a good thing. Zhang Xiaoqiang smiled viciously. I didn't look carefully, but this little grows more and more juicy. Zhang Xiaoqiang walked up to Lin Momo, bent down on purpose, and smiled wretchedly. While talking, Zhang Xiaoqiang raised his hand and slapped Lin Momo's face. How about it, go out with brother Qiang, and I'll take you to eat delicious food and drink spicy food. You dare! Lu Quifang struggled to crawl over and grabbed Zhang Xiaoqiang's leg. Zhang Xiaoqiang, you perpetrator, if you dare to do anything to her, I will never let you go. Old man, I won't tell you how much money you have wasted raising a by your side. Now is the time for her to repay our family. You'd better not stop her. After finishing speaking, Zhang Xiaoqiang kicked Lu Quifang away, making a gesture to drag Lin Momo away. At this moment, there was a conversation in the corridor outside the house. Aunt. Who is your auntie? Miss. Who is your eldest sister? Miss, may I ask if Lu Quifang lives here? Are you looking for Aunt Lu? Yes. Here, go up to the third room in the middle, the one that is making noise right now. Thanks. Hearing that someone was looking for Lu Quifang, Zhang Xiaoqiang stopped, with a vigilant expression on his face. Lu Quifang didn't know many people, and the only people who could come to her were from the neighborhood committee or the police station. If it was the police, he would be in trouble. Hearing footsteps approaching, Zhang Xiaoqiang reluctantly threw Lin Momo away. I'll come back in 2 days. If you can't get the money then, don't blame me for being rude. Putting down his harsh words, Zhang Xiaoqiang snatched the bun from Lin Momo's hand and turned to leave. In the corridor, when passing by someone, Zhang Xiaoqiang lowered his head subconsciously and quickened his pace. Here, as soon as Chen Yu went upstairs, he saw the room with the door wide open. Taking a closer look, the whole house has only one room, which is very small. The lights in the room are dim, and there is a musty smell of an old house. At this time, the house seems to have been ransacked and is dilapidated. There are one old and one young in the house. The old one had just been helped to settle on the door panel, which was barely a bed, and the young one was neatly cleaning up the debris of furniture, dishes on the floor in the room. Chen Yu looked at the girl carefully. Although the girl's hair was scattered and covered half of her face at this time, and the other half of her face was red and swollen from the beating, it could be vaguely seen that the girl's facial features were really similar to their brother Cheng. Chen Yu's eyes lit up, and he knocked on the door. Excuse me, is this Lu Quifang's house? I am Lu Quifang, "Comrade, are you from the community or the police station?" "None." Xian Yu walked in and handed over his business card. Thinking that Lu Quifang might not be able to read, he explained, "I am the manager of Starstone Entertainment Company. My surname is Chen. Here is my ID card." "What's the matter with you?" Lu Quifang looked at Chen Yu puzzled. "That's how it is. Orange Channel and Ewo Video have jointly created a reality show. Our company is looking for a child to participate with our artist partner. I'm here today to extend an invitation to your granddaughter on behalf of the company." After explaining the purpose of coming, Chen Yu took out an agreement from the document bag. "This is a draft agreement. If you don't understand it, I can tell you directly." Lin Momo shook her head, took the agreement from the other party, and read the contents to Lu Quifang. "This is a reality show called Living with Dad, which mainly shows the daily life of star dads. The program has a total of 8 episodes once a week. According to the different family backgrounds drawn each week, the program team will send the father and children to the corresponding residences, and arrange corresponding occupations for the father. The father earns money to support the children through part-time jobs. What Lin Momo has to do is to form a father-daughter group with the star named Lin Cheng in the agreement to participate in the recording of the program. During the process, she must keep the content of the program and the content of this agreement confidential. If all goes well, she will be paid 20,000 yuan after the filming is completed." 20,000 yuan. Lu Quifang was stunned by the huge reward. "In black and white. But why did you choose our family, Momo?" Lu Quifang couldn't believe that such a good thing from heaven would happen to their family. Chen Yu concealed the embarrassment in his eyes, coughed lightly, and said seriously, "Our company naturally has our selection methods and standards. We use big data networks, schools, forums, in short, many ways, and finally, after layers of screening, we determine this candidate. The child's condition is the most suitable. Participating in this reality show is actually similar to a school summer camp. The company bears all the expenses incurred for food, clothing, housing, and transportation. During filming, if we need to hire a nurse to take care of the elderly, our company can also bear the cost. There is no loss for you. And Chen Yu looked around the house, found the right entry point, and said to Lin Momo, "If you perform well, we can pay an extra fee to help you improve your current situation. Living environment." Sure enough, as soon as Chen Yu said this, the eyes of both grandma and grandson lit up. "Really? Can you ask someone to help us fix the leaks in our house and fix the broken sewer?" Lin Momo asked. "Yes." Chen Yu nodded. Lin Momo asked again, "Then can you change a better door for us? There is another table, 2 stools, a bed, and a kettle." Chen Yu. "What if Starstone Entertainment is a decoration company?" Chen Yu complained. However, Lin Momo didn't have many demands, and he could solve them by himself. "No problem." Chen Yu nodded, and asked again, "Anything else you want?" Lin Momo thought about it carefully, then shook her head, "It's gone." "When will I go to shoot?" Lin Momo asked again. "The filming will start next week. The time is urgent. If there is no problem, please prepare. I will arrange a company car to pick you up tomorrow. I will take you to the company for 2 days of training before we start." Lin Momo and Lu Quifang looked at each other, and after some discussion, Lin Momo left her name on the agreement, as well as her and Lu Quifang's fingerprints. Until Chen Yu left, the grandmother and grandson still felt that the whole thing was not real. On the other hand, as soon as Chen Yu returned to the company, he couldn't wait to contact his artist, intending to tell him the good news. Half an hour later, in Binjiang Yupan's private apartment, Lin Cheng quickly read the information brought by his agent. Unlike the manager's excitement, Lin Cheng frowned deeply after reading the materials. "I remember that the variety show you told me last time seemed to be a temporary mentor on a talent show." "Yes, but some accidents happened. The talent show that was originally scheduled was cancelled, and it was temporarily changed to the parent-child reality show you have now. On a recent talent show, 2 contestants were torn into the hospital. Due to the bad impact of the incident, several programs of the same type were stopped. This matter has been on the hot search for several days in a row, but Lin Cheng didn't know about it. Xian Yu simply suspected that his artists were using 2G network. Lin Cheng threw the materials back to Xian Yu and said coldly, "No." Hearing this, Xian Yu was dumbfounded. Why? He worked so hard to help Lin Cheng get this resource. Do you think it's suitable for me to participate in the reality show where father brings children? Lin Cheng raised his eyebrows and asked back. Xian Yu showed embarrassment, and smiled wryly. It's not appropriate, but, isn't there no way to do it? As an outdated artist, it is good to have resources, so there is no qualification to pick and choose. Xian Yu endured the latter sentence. 10 years ago, Lin Cheng became popular because of a solo single. In half a year, it swept the major charts, won awards and was soft-handed. However, before Lin Cheng's career could reach a higher level, a series of scandals about him soon surfaced on the internet. Parents suspected of being illegal businessmen, playing big names, disrespecting seniors in the same company, bullying juniors and sisters. My private life is chaotic, dating fans ex-fans. Although most of these rumors were later confirmed to be fake news, the impact on Lin Cheng was irreversible. Lin Cheng, who had been hidden by the company for half a year, was quickly replaced by a newcomer, forgotten by the market, and has remained tepid ever since. The investment in this program is not small, and it is produced by a big factory, and it will be filmed for 2 consecutive months. There is no need to worry about the exposure and popularity. Xian Yu tried to persuade Lin Cheng. And think about it, although you don't have children, isn't it normal for you to have children at your age? Isn't it good to use your father's identity to establish a brand new image, and let netizens remember you? Maybe there is still a chance. Turn red. After finishing speaking, seeing that Lin Cheng was still unmoved, Xian Yu couldn't help reminding, "Brother Cheng, you haven't announced for more than half a year." Lin Cheng's last announcement, which is also the only announcement this year, was more than half a year ago when he used the middle page of a third-rate magazine as a background board for a new generation of traffic niche. "If you don't announce it again, I will also drink the northwest wind." Xian Yu felt that he was definitely the worst manager in the company. When he joined the company 2 years ago, the company threw Lin Cheng to him. The artists under him are not good enough, and his manager can't hold up his head in the company. The point is that Lin Cheng is still difficult to take care of, has a bad personality, and is difficult to communicate with. He refuses to let him go, and often plays and disappears for several months without finding anyone. After complaining in his heart, seeing that Lin Cheng's expression seemed to be loose, Xian Yu hurriedly said, "Brother, I'm just you as an entertainer. I have seniors, juniors, middlemen, and mortgages and car loans. Stop." Lin Cheng glanced at Xian Yu lightly. "Is the announcement fee for this variety show enough for you to pay off your mortgage and car loan?" "Xian Yu, there is no notice fee. Based on Lin Cheng's current situation, the notification fee of 100,000 is already sky high. In order to win this resource before, he invited the program team, the company executives, and the sponsor's father to eat more than this amount." Hearing Xian Yu counting them one by one, Lin Cheng's brows gradually tightened. "How much did it cost in total? I'll call you." No, Xian Yu hurriedly waved his hand and said, "The money was paid in advance by Brother Sunday." Sun Yanzhou is Lin Cheng's former manager. Because after Lin Cheng, Sun Yanzhou brought out a movie king, and then brought out several top stars one after another. The tide has risen, and now Sun Yanzhou is already the company's ace manager and minority shareholder. Xian Yu suspected that if Sun Yanzhou hadn't thought about the old relationship, he would pull Lin Cheng from time to time in these years. Lin Cheng might not have received a single announcement. Lin Cheng stopped talking and transferred 500,000 to Chen Yu, saying, "You can handle it yourself." "Where is the agreement?" Lin Cheng asked again. "Hey, what? I have already signed the agreement for you in the name of the company." Lin Cheng. "So what is this? Come to inform him." But since he has decided to participate, Lin Cheng will not be entangled in this matter. Script. "I haven't got the script yet," Chen Yu said awkwardly. The fifth group of candidates originally planned by the program group was the well-known comedian Wang Jun and his daughter. Because of the shooting time conflict, the other party temporarily rejected the announcement here. If not, this kind of cheap and good thing would not fall on Lin Cheng's head. The original scripts were written according to the characteristics of Wang Jun's father and daughter, so naturally they were not suitable for Lin Cheng. "What about the child?" Lin Cheng asked again. "You can rest assured about this, brother, I have found the child," Chen Yu said a little shyly. "And that child looks very similar to you, brother, you will be surprised when you see it." Over the years, there have been old rumors of Lin Cheng has a problem with his sexual orientation and a problem with his sexual function on the internet. If you randomly find a child who doesn't look like Lin Cheng at all, it may be difficult to convince netizens. "Like his child? Where did you find it?" Lin Cheng asked casually. "It's in City C, and it's also the clue that brother Sun helped provide." Chen Yu didn't know how Sun Yanzhou found such a child who looked so similar to Lin Cheng. But think about it, Sun Yanzhou is a high-level executive in the company, with a lot of contacts. It is not easy to find someone, so he immediately calmed down. If the child's identity is found to be false, it will be more troublesome. Lin Cheng said calmly and pertinently, as if the person involved was not himself. "No, I checked, and the child has only one grandma, who lives in a resettlement house in an old residential area, and has relatively simple social relations. Even a few people who knew them recognized them after the program was broadcast. It doesn't matter to Lin Momo, the remarks of a few passers-by on the internet will not have much effect on public opinion, and no one will believe it. I'll arrange for someone to pick up the child tomorrow. I'll settle in the company for some training first. Brother, come over and have a look when you have time. Cultivate the relationship between father and daughter," Chen Yu proposed to Lin Cheng. Lin Cheng just waved his hands and said, "No need." Then he said coldly, "When the filming will start, send me a message after it is confirmed, and I will arrive on time. As for the rest, you and the company will take care of it." Chen Yu. He felt that Lin Cheng's ambiguity these years had a lot to do with his attitude of not making progress and having nothing to do with himself. Chen Yu once thought about talking about Lin Cheng as a manager, but every time he faced Lin Cheng, he was inexplicably discouraged. "That's fine, I'll go back and make preparations first, so I won't disturb your rest." "Then what, brother, you should also prepare well. If you have time, you can watch some other parent-child reality shows, just to find out how you feel." At noon the next day, someone arranged by Chen Yu came to pick Lin Momo away. Before leaving, Lu Quifang asked Lin Momo to change into clean clothes, and stuffed a purse made of old cloth into Lin Momo's hand. "There is 700 yuan in it. It is inevitable to spend money when you go out. The 200 yuan is for you to spend, and the other 500 yuan is your tuition fee for the next semester. You should keep it carefully and don't lose it," Lu Quifang urged Road. She had saved this money for a long time, and she secretly put it at Zhang's mother next door, because she was afraid that Zhang Xiaoqiang would come back to ask her for it after Lin Momo left, so she planned to let Lin Momo take it all with her. "Take good care of yourself outside, be hygienic, speak sweetly, don't interrupt when others are talking, know and say thank you when others help, don't trouble others, you know." Lu Quifang has no education, so she can only know herself, he told Lin Momo over and over again. "Okay." Lin Momo agreed. It wasn't until the nurse came that Lin Momo felt relieved and left with the two assistants. On the way, Lin Momo knew their names. The young male assistant wearing glasses is called Zhou Qi, and the fat young lady is called Wang Xi, both of whom are newly recruited intern assistants by the company. When they came to the company, Zhou Qi and Wang Xi took Lin Momo to hide, and finally came to a small room. "This is the practice room you mentioned? Isn't this just a utility room?" Wang Xi complained. "Keep your voice down. Brother Chen Yu told us to keep a low profile, low profile." Zhou Qi lowered his voice and said. "Recently, the company has a new group of trainees. The practice room is not enough. How can we lend us a good practice room? It would be nice to have a place to stay. This is the key I borrowed through my personal relationship." Wang Xi waved his hand helplessly. "Okay, anyway, it's only 2 days. 2 days later, the filming team will come to test shoot, and Lin Momo will be sent to be with Lin Cheng." Wang Xi lowered his head and looked at Lin Momo. He wanted to comfort her that the hardship was only temporary and he had to overcome it a little. However, thinking of Lin Momo's previous living environment, Wang Xi stopped talking. "There's not much time, we have to hurry up and practice, and you will stay here temporarily for the next 2 days." Wang Xi pointed to the utility room in front of him and said to Lin Momo. Lin Momo nodded, indicating that she understood. For the whole afternoon, Wang Xi and Zhou Qi first let Lin Momo watch some similar parent-child reality shows, and then started practicing with Lin Momo. Wang Xi, before the official start of the program, the general program team will first go to the star's home to shoot the pilot film. At that time, the director team may ask you some questions. You should behave naturally, as if you are at home. What is the other party asking you? You can answer. Lin Momo, okay. Then let's try it again. Remember what we told you, come on. As soon as Wang Xi called start, Lin Momo quickly waved in the direction of the phone camera. "Hello everyone, my name is Lin Momo." After finishing speaking, Lin Momo picked up the photo that Wang Xi drew for her, pointed to the match figure on it and said, "The person in the photo is my father, he is a singer. Do you like dad? Like. Do you prefer dad or mom? Mother. Why? Because my mother is very gentle with me, my father is sometimes a little strict." Wang Xi nodded, turned to the next page of the notebook, and continued to ask, "How did you get the name Xiao Momo?" Lin Momo's surname is Lin because when her grandma picked her up, there was a blurry certificate next to her with the word Lin on it, and the word Momo was because she was put in the phone box. If you shout too much, you will become Momo. Because dad has a song called Mo, so he named me Momo. Lin Momo said the answer Wang Xi gave her. Very good. Wang Xi nodded, and then asked a few more questions. He was a little surprised to see that Lin Momo could answer without saying a word. Have you memorized all the questions here? Wang Xi asked Lin Momo holding up his notebook. Lin Momo nodded. Wang Xi smiled dryly, very good. What do you think, Zhou Qi? Wang Xi turned to ask Zhou Qi. The answer is that there is no problem, but it feels a little blunt and weird. Zhou Qi said while rubbing his chin. It's a bit. Wang Xi frowned after watching the recorded video. In the video, although Lin Momo was able to answer the questions fluently, it felt like he was endorsing a book without emotion, especially when it came to parents. Lin Momo's eyes did not have the excitement of other children, some just blank and empty. It doesn't matter. Being able to recite the answer has already completed the first step. For the rest, let's practice a few more times to find the feeling. Let's do it again, take it easy. Good. What's your name? My name is Lin Momo. Why is it called Lin Momo? Because my father's surname is Linear. In the evening, when Chen Yu came to the practice room, Lin Momo was still practicing and her voice was a little hoarse, but her expression was much more natural than before. Hi everyone, my name is Lin Momo, I am 9 years old. Wait. Xian Yu interrupted the practice. Is there any problem? Brother Xian Yu. The script has to be changed, Xian Yu thought for a while, and then said, you can't say 9 years old. Lin Cheng is 32 years old this year. If his child is 9 years old, isn't that telling the audience that Lin Cheng has a child at the age of 22? At the age of 22, it happened to be the time when Lin Cheng became popular and rumors of ex-fans broke out. Depending on the imagination of the audience, the two things must be connected together. If it fails to become popular by then, it is estimated that it will become darker and darker. Change it to 7 years old. Xian Yu looked at Lin Momo and thought to himself, even the relationship between father and daughter is fake, does age really matter? Fortunately, due to long-term malnutrition, Lin Momo is much thinner than children of the same age. If she is only 7 years old, no one should doubt it. Xian Yu asked Lin Momo to take a break, and the three of them had a meeting on the temporary desk beside them. Because of the rush of time, the program team can only provide us with a filming process, and we need to prepare the script by ourselves. Xian Yu told the two of the latest news. When Wang Xi heard this, he was dumbfounded. Prepare by yourself. The workload is too much. And it is hard to say whether the script they prepared can pass the review of the program team. Zhou Qi also frowned, shook his head and said, 2 days is simply impossible. I know, so I called you to a meeting to discuss with you. First set up personal settings. Xian Yu said. Set up the characters, let Lin Cheng and Lin Momo act according to the characters, and let them play the rest. Okay, Zhou Qi nodded, and asked again, but what kind of character design do you want to make? How about a good-looking father-daughter combination? Anyway, Brother Cheng and Lin Momo are both good-looking. Wang Xi suggested. No, I heard that this setting has already been set by Bai Yulin. What about the gentle dad and cute daughter? This setting is less likely to make mistakes, and it is easier to gain the favor of passers-by. Xian Yu glanced at Wang Xi, with a gloomy expression on his face, and asked quietly, do you think Lin Cheng can cooperate with us in performing the word gentle? This. Wang Xi remembered the scene when he saw Lin Cheng himself half a year ago, and fell silent. Lin Cheng didn't say anything, just standing there gave off an overwhelming aura, which had nothing to do with gentleness. By the way, I still think of one. Wang Xi suddenly said excitedly. Why don't you make Lin Momo a squeamish little princess? Although such a character is controversial in the early stage and may not be flattering, it is easy to reverse later, and facing a squeamish daughter, Cheng, even if I have a cold face on the show, the audience should be able to accept it. That's a good idea. Xian Yu nodded. Such a character design will make the audience's main attention focus on Lin Momo's performance, but it is not easy to pay attention to the interaction and subtle sense of violation between the father and daughter. Can. As soon as Xian Yu finished speaking, he saw that Lin Momo over there had already cleaned up the takeaway lunch boxes that the previous 4 people had eaten, and then crushed 4 empty drink bottles with his bare hands, with skillful and quick movements. The 3 people here have black lines on their faces. Think about it again. In the end, the helpless 3 reluctantly decided on a Buddhist father-daughter combination for the father and daughter, talk less and be casual. Although such a character design is not very competitive, and there is a great possibility that it will be ignored by the audience, but at least it can cover up the fact that the father and daughter are not familiar at all. Early the next morning, Xian Yu recruited his girlfriend as foreign aide. Su Jie, who was dragged into the temporary practice room by her boyfriend, was still puzzled. Your artist is going to be on a parent-child reality show. What's the use of asking me to be a makeup artist for a girl group? I can't help it, said Xian Yu, pointing to Lin Momo who was sitting quietly in a corner of the sofa, and said to Su Jie, just that child, see if you can help me put on some makeup for her. Makeup? How do you want to change it? In Su Jie's view, children of this age are already good looking, and they don't need much makeup at all. Just be a little bit like a star's child. Xian Yu said. Hearing this, Sujia was taken aback. What do you mean? Xian Yu had no choice but to explain the real situation of the whole incident to Sujia. After listening to the explanation, Sujia suddenly realized, and looked at Lin Momo in disbelief. She had met Lin Cheng himself, and if Xian Yu hadn't told him, she would have always thought that this child was Lin Cheng's. Where did you find a child who looks like Lin Cheng? Sujia asked Xian Yu. Don't worry about how you found it. Let's see if you can make her look more like that. Lin Momo's facial features already look like Lin Cheng, so if she has to say something wrong, she is too thin. It's not like a child of a celebrity family at all, or even a child who grew up in an ordinary family. After looking at Lin Momo for a moment, Sujia nodded and said, I'll try. Sujia found makeup tools. First, she treated Lin Momo's withered and yellow hair to make her hair look blacker and brighter. Then she applied a special makeup treatment on Lin Momo's face to cover up her original look. It was because of the abnormal complexion due to long-term malnutrition, and the high-gloss treatment made Lin Momo look a little fatter. In the end, Sujia used concealer to cover up the scars and bruises on Lin Momo's face and body due to bumps or beatings while picking up scraps. Sujia didn't expect that there would be so many injuries on a child. Half an hour later, Lin Momo was still Lin Momo, but the whole state had changed drastically. Looking at the healthy self in the mirror, Lin Momo's eyes shone with surprise. Sujia also nodded in satisfaction with her work, then turned to look at Xian Yu and asked, How is it? That's the effect. Xian Yu made an admiration gesture towards Sujia. But at most, I can cope with the filming of the pilot film and the interview. Sujia said. After the reality show officially started recording, it was impossible for her to follow, and it was impossible for the program crew to give them so much time to do Lin Momo's makeup. I understand, let's deal with the previous one first. Xian Yu said. I thought, according to the flow of the program, after the filming officially starts, the father and children will be sent to live in a family environment with average or even difficult conditions. Lin Momo's condition is a bit worse, so it should be reasonable. Sujia nodded, took out a few sticks of concealer from her makeup bag and handed them to Lin Momo. You take these. If the wounds are exposed, you have to cover them in time. Don't let anyone find your wounds, you know. Okay. Lin Momo nodded. I always feel that something is missing. Staring at Lin Momo, Sujia whispered. What's wrong? Xian Yu asked. If I have to say it, it's probably because the temperament is not right. Sujia said. Which of the children nowadays is not the baby of the family? Even when facing outsiders, they must be innocent, lively and full of confidence, but Lin Momo is different. Although she tried her best to hide it, people could still feel her tension and restraint. You don't have to be so nervous, take it easy. Sujia said to Lin Momo. Lin Momo nodded. After thinking about it, Sujia asked again, what do you know? Clean up the house, wash clothes, cook, knit, and pick up. Lin Momo's voice became smaller and smaller, and she stopped talking halfway through. What did you pick up? Sujia asked. Lin Momo bit her lower lip, shook her head and remained silent. Sujia frowned slightly. What Lin Momo said may be useful in real life, but it is meaningless or has no bright spots in reality shows. Other than what you just said, what else would you have? Sujia asked again. No more. Lin Momo thought for a while and whispered. For the first time, Lin Momo felt a little embarrassed because she didn't know much. Sujia frowned even deeper. What about the others? I'm talking about talent. If you think about it again, what do you know? During the recording process of the reality show, the talent show is also very important. When completing certain tasks in the middle, the program team may prompt the children to perform talents. If Lin Momo has no talents, it will be too much. I can't justify it. Lin Momo shook her head. Do you play musical instruments? Lin Momo shook her head. What about singing and dancing? If you can't dance, you can't sing, right? Sujia took a step back and asked. Lin Momo nodded, then shook her head again. Yes or no? The school song was taught at school. Lin Momo whispered. Sujia looked at Xian Yu helplessly. Xian Yu coughed lightly, and explained, the situation in this child's family is quite special. Hearing this, Sujia sighed, had no choice but to look at Lin Momo again, and said in a slightly soft tone, when you go to participate in the recording of the program, you must not sing your school song, you know. Lin Momo replied, okay. Sujia thought for a while, and then said, it's too late to learn talent temporarily, let's practice singing. Sujia asked Xian Yu to find the scores of a few simple English songs, and asked the program group for the theme song of Living with Dad. The task of teaching Lin Momo to sing was handed over to Wang Xi and Zhou Qi, who came to work. Wang Xi read the score and asked Lin Momo, can you recognize the score? Lin Momo shook her head. What about the simple score? Won't. Wang Xi had no choice but to take the lyrics and teach Lin Momo line by line. I'll sing a sentence, and you will sing along, you know. Good. Let's get started. There is a happy family of 3 living on the happy planet. Wang Xi sang the first line of the theme song. Lin Momo immediately sang along. Originally, Wang Xi was already mentally prepared to say, even if Lin Momo doesn't sing well, he can't beat the child, he should encourage the child, but what is surprising is that Lin Momo didn't get out of tune at all, and he uttered words clear. Let's continue. Wang Xi tried to teach Lin Momo the next few lines, but Lin Momo sang every line accurately. Suppressing the surprise in his heart, Wang Xi sang the whole song with Lin Momo. After successfully singing the first time, Wang Xi was planning to take Lin Momo to learn it again to deepen his memory, but Lin Momo unexpectedly said, I can do it myself. You? You mean you can sing this song yourself? Wang Xi asked in disbelief. Lin Momo nodded. Seeing this, Wang Xi handed the lyrics list to Lin Momo suspiciously, then why don't you do it yourself? Okay. Lin Momo took the lyric list, and after reading it once, she didn't read it again, and began to sing a cappella. The brisk melody, lively lyrics, and girl's unique crisp voice make this song seem to be infused with soul, which is very pleasant to listen to. Hearing that Lin Momo sang the whole song verbatim and in the same tune, Wang Xi and Zhou Qi looked at each other, and they both saw surprise in each other's eyes. This kid is a genius. Wang Xi closed his half-open mouth and said with emotion. Zhou Qi nodded approvingly, or Lin Momo has an amazing talent in music. Before I was worried that she would be rejected by other children because she didn't have much talent. Isn't that just talent? The two soon thought that when the program group recorded the theme song, Lin Momo might be able to stand out in the whole theme song as long as he kept the state just now, so they became excited and pulled Lin Momo to sing it several times, also specially recorded the video. In the afternoon, when Xian Yu returned to the practice room, Wang Xi and Zhou Qi told each other the good news, but in the end, Xian Yu got a depressed expression. What happened to brother Xian Yu? I communicated with the people on the program team, and they said that the production of the theme song is almost finished, and there is no need for us to make additional recordings. Xian Yu said in a deep voice. Hearing Xian Yu's words, the two people on the side also showed dissatisfaction. Why? Why can't I record the song that was added later? It was originally an edited song. How troublesome it would be to add the song that Brother Cheng and the others recorded later. That's right, and Brother Cheng is the only professional singer among the 5 groups of stars. According to the practice of the same type of program, the main part of the theme song should be sung by professional singers. Xian Yu remained silent with a dark face. There is another reason he didn't say. This time, in order to promote the traffic newcomers, the company not only stuffed him into the show as a contemporary class dad, but also won him the right to sing the theme song. According to the information he inquired, the company has already bought the copyright of that song, and now the lyrics, composition, and arrangement of the theme song are all named after that little fresh meat. The other three groups of stars were dissatisfied, so they asked the companies and studios behind them to put pressure on the program group, just to sing a few more lines in the theme song. Those three groups fought to the end, and there was nothing left for them. Seeing her boyfriend's resentful face, Suju, who came over at the same time, showed hesitation, wondering if she should tell Xian Yu the truth she had heard. Today, a makeup artist of a top-notch Xiahua in the company had something to do, so she asked a few of them to help out temporarily. When she was helping the other party with makeup, she accidentally heard the other party chatting with the manager about this matter. Duanbei is a newcomer favored by the company recently, and the capital force behind it is very strong. The main reason for him to participate in Living with Dad is to create a character for him. In order to make Duanbei more prominent in the program and get a higher appearance rate, the company has put in a lot of effort. Inserting Lin Cheng into the program is also one of the company's means. Although the 5 groups of families participating in the show were recorded separately, viewers will compare the 5 groups of families once they are edited together to air. The agreement reached between the company and the program group is to use Lin Cheng's group as a control group, and use Lin Cheng's bad to set off the good of other groups. In addition, in order to increase the topic and create suspense, the program team may conduct some malicious editing, and it will be Lin Cheng's group who will be cut. At this moment, Chen Yu's cell phone rang. It was a call from the program team, informing them that they were about to start recording. Chen Yu frowned. Advance? According to the previous arrangement, isn't the time to start recording the day after tomorrow? How could it be earlier? Because the time of several other teachers has been adjusted, we can only adjust the time of Mr. Lin's side first. The program team explained on the phone, paused, and then said, the time is tomorrow morning, and our director team will go over to install the equipment at around 8 o'clock in the morning, and start recording at 9 o'clock, and record the interview and pilot film before departure first, and you are all ready. After all, the person on the other end hung up the phone. Here, seeing Chen Yu put down his phone, Wang Xi hurriedly asked, Brother Chen Yu, what do you mean? You just said that the recording time has been advanced. When will it be early? Zhou Qi also asked. Early tomorrow morning. Chen Yu wanted to curse now. Originally, 3 days was enough time, but now he was told that there was only 1 night left to prepare. How could it be possible in time? The point is that he had told Lin Cheng in advance that the recording time would be the day after tomorrow. According to Lin Cheng's usual style, if it is the day after tomorrow, he will definitely show up on time the day after tomorrow, but if the time is temporarily changed, he will most likely face the situation that he may not be able to find Lin Cheng after searching the entire Sea City. People. Wang Xi and the others were also dumbfounded. Tomorrow. It's still morning. How could we have time for this? Yet, a lot of things are not ready yet. Chen Yu rubbed his aching head, and looked at the two of them. Stop talking nonsense, there is still 1 night, hurry up and prepare as much as you can. What about Brother Cheng? Wang Xi asked. Sure enough, hearing Wang Xi's mention, Chen Yu was in a bad mood. Wang Xi shut his mouth in embarrassment, pulled Zhou Qi, and started to work separately. After a while, Zhou Qi brought another bad news. Brother Chen Yu, there is a trouble. I called the landlord just now for the house we plan to use for filming. Because our last batch of residents have not left, there is no way to hand over the house to us in advance. Then change it to another one, and then call the other family to see if there is anyone who can live in right away. Okay, I'll call right away. Half an hour passed. Zhou Qi made more than a dozen phone calls and searched more than 20 houses on the internet, but he still couldn't find a house with a suitable size and location that could be moved in immediately. "Brother Xian Yu, what should I do? I've searched for everything I could, but I really can't find it," Zhou Qi said with a mournful face. "It's really not possible, why don't you go to the hotel to shoot?" Wang Xi suggested. Chen Yu shook his head, "The hotel is too fake. If the sharp-eyed audience finds out that it is a hotel, then a few more deliberately smear it, and it will be more troublesome later. Then what should we do now?" Chen Yu didn't speak, and held back for a long time, finally bit the bullet and said, "Send the child to Lin Cheng directly." The three people on the side stared wide-eyed, "Are you telling the truth? Otherwise, what else can I do?" He originally planned to spend half a day for Lin Cheng and Lin Momo to have a meal together, communicate and get to know each other, but now he can only use the time of the last night to let father and daughter the two became obsessively familiar. Fortunately, this time, Chen Yu was lucky. After making more than 40 phone calls for 3 hours in a row, he finally got through to Lin Cheng. After briefly explaining the situation on the phone, Chen Yu took Lin Momo to Lin Cheng's residence. In Binjiang Yupan's private apartment, Lin Cheng opened the door for several people. At this time, Lin Cheng was still wearing a suit, and there was a suitcase at the door, as if he had just arrived home. Lin Cheng is a past artist who doesn't receive a few announcements a year. Why does he feel busier than their big boss of Starstone Entertainment? Chen Yu complained in his heart, but there was a guilty smile on his face. "I'm sorry to disturb you at this time, because the recording time is suddenly advanced, and I can't find a suitable house temporarily, so I can only come to you first coming." After all, seeing that Lin Cheng didn't speak, Chen Yu pulled Lin Momo behind him again, and introduced, "This is the child I told you about before, named Lin Momo." Lin Cheng's gaze followed Chen Yu to Lin Momo who was beside him. The girl was not tall, wearing a sweater that didn't fit well and whose original color could no longer be seen, with a school bag on her back and took a plastic bag. As Chen Yu said before, this kid does look a lot like him. Lin Cheng felt a little strange in his heart. Out of curiosity, Lin Momo also took a peek at the other party. This father was tall and handsomer than the star on the poster of the stationery store outside the school, but his unsmiling appearance seemed a bit serious. At this time, Chen Yu pointed to Lin Cheng and said to Lin Momo, "This is Lin Cheng, Uncle Lin, from now until the end of the filming, you have to call him Dad, understand?" Hearing this, Lin Momo nodded, took half a step forward, bowed to Lin Cheng in a dignified manner, and said, "Hello, Dad." During the whole process, although Lin Momo tried her best to appear calm and composed, her tightly twisted fingers betrayed her. Hearing Lin Momo's dad, Lin Cheng's eccentricity deepened. "Come in," Lin Cheng said to several people expressionlessly. Chen Yu and the others moved in the boxes of things they had brought. These are the props they specially prepared for the shooting of this program, nothing more than some children's books, toys, daily necessities, and so on. A little decoration is mainly to let you have more children's life here, Chen Yu explained to Lin Cheng. Seeing Lin Cheng nodding his head, Chen Yu heaved a sigh of relief and asked Zhou Kekai to start dressing up. Half an hour later, looking at the renewed home, Lin Cheng's expression darkened. "Cough, just deal with the day of the recording. After the shooting, I'll ask someone to clean it up immediately." Chen Yu bit the bullet and smiled dryly at Lin Cheng. "Here," Sujia handed a pink suitcase to Lin Momo's hand, and said, "Here are the clothes prepared for you, the top one is for tomorrow's interview, and you bring the rest with you. Wear it when you are officially recording." Lin Momo's own clothes are not suitable for the show. These are the clothes provided by the sponsors when the company held a talent show for child stars before. After the event, no one wanted them and they kept throwing them in the company's utility room. Sujia found a few sets that were suitable for Lin Momo and were not too exaggerated. After finishing speaking, Sujia glanced at the plastic bag in Lin Momo's hand, and said, "Give me your bag." Lin Momo showed doubts, but still handed the bag to the other party. In the next second, Sujia handed the bag to Wang Xi and said, "You take it first, and when you leave later, take it down and throw it away." Lin Momo. Hearing that the other party was going to throw her things away, Lin Momo's heart tightened, and she hurried forward to the bag back. "Don't throw it away, I still want these. These are the toiletries and clothes that Grandma packed up for her before leaving the house. Those things of yours are old, why do you keep them?" Sujia asked back with a slight frown. "Yes, we have prepared new ones for you in the suitcase, you can use the new ones, don't keep the old ones." Wang Xi also echoed. "No." Lin Momo insisted. "These things are not good in the eyes of others, but they are the best things and clothes in their house. Throwing it away now, when the shooting is over, what will she wear when she goes back?" Seeing Lin Momo's firm attitude, the two had no choice but to compromise and said, "Okay, then I won't throw it away. But you can't take these things with you. Give them to us first, and we will keep them for you first, and return them to you after the shooting is over." If Lin Momo's things were accidentally photographed, others might think that the big star treated his children badly. After all, the two made a gesture to take the plastic bag from Lin Momo's hand. Lin Momo didn't say a word, but she tightly grasped the plastic bag in her hand and refused to let go. Just as the three of them were in a stalemate, Lin Cheng, who was not far away, suddenly spoke and said in a deep voice, "Put the things here." Hearing this, several people here were taken aback. But, Sujia wanted to say something else, but she keenly saw a look of impatience flashing across Lin Cheng's face. Obviously, they were arguing over a bag of broken things here, which had already affected the cleanliness of Lin Cheng, the host. Sujia had no choice but to keep her mouth shut. Xian Yu also tactfully pulled the three of them along and prepared to leave. Before leaving, Xian Yu handed a document to Lin Cheng and explained, "This is the child's information memo, Brother Cheng, please take a look at it when you have time." "Let's put it down, I'll take time to read it." Lin Cheng said nonchalantly. "That's fine, then I won't bother you, Brother Cheng, you guys have a rest." After a pause, Xian Yu said with a little worry, "Also, Brother Cheng, this kid." Xian Yu originally wanted to say to Lin Cheng, "This child is very good, but he may not adapt to a strange environment, please be patient." In the end, before Xian Yu finished speaking, Lin Cheng cast a cold look at him, and asked in a speechless manner, "Can I still eat her?" "Xian Yu. I'm not worried." In the middle of speaking, Xian Yu closed his mouth. Compared with Lin Momo, he felt that he should be more worried about Lin Cheng. After Xian Yu and the others left, Lin Cheng and Lin Momo, the father and daughter, were left staring at each other in the room. At this moment, Lin Momo was still standing motionless in the previous position, holding her bag in her arms. Lin Cheng stared at Lin Momo for a few seconds, and finally his eyes fell on her bare feet. At this time, the girl stepped on the ground with no shoes on, but a pair of socks. I don't know if it was because the floor was cold, or because she was afraid of getting the floor dirty. Yes, one foot on top of the other. Seeing Lin Cheng looking at her feet, Lin Momo shrank her toes subconsciously. The reason was that she didn't want the other party to see the small holes in her socks. "My socks are not dirty," Lin Momo explained subconsciously. When the adults were talking just now, Lin Momo secretly looked at the house. The house is very big, the living room alone is bigger than her classroom at school, and the house is very tidy, from which it can be seen that the owner of the house loves cleanliness degree. She didn't want the other party to dislike her. "These are the clean socks she just changed before she came. It's just not clean enough." Hearing Lin Momo's words, Lin Cheng, "I want you to put your shoes on." Lin Momo was taken aback. "Hey? Oh, good." 2 seconds later, seeing that Lin Momo hadn't moved, Lin Cheng asked again, "Any more questions?" "Yes." After a pause, Lin Momo asked softly, "Which pair of shoes do I wear?" Lin Cheng glanced around the house, only to realize that there were indeed no shoes for Lin Momo at home, except for the pair of prop slippers that Chen Yu and the others brought and deliberately placed at the door. That pair. Lin Cheng pointed to the pair of props at the door and said to Lin Momo. Lin Momo ran to put on her shoes as she said. The size of the prop shoes was several sizes smaller than Lin Momo's feet. Lin Momo. Lin Cheng. At this time, a phone call broke the embarrassment of the father and daughter. Looking at the caller ID, Lin Cheng's eyes were slightly cold, and he said wait a moment to Lin Momo, then got up and went to the study to answer the call. After hanging up the phone, Lin Cheng began to deal with business. When he finally finished his work and remembered that there was Lin Momo at home, it was already 2 o'clock in the morning. Fortunately, the child is not stupid, and has already packed up and went to sleep in the room that was temporarily arranged for her. Thinking of the information Chen Yu gave him before, Lin Cheng took it over and read it, but quickly threw it aside. In this information, except for the name Lin Momo which is her own, the rest of the age, personality, likes to sing and draw, likes Aisha, doesn't like carrots. These are all probably Chen Yu and the others to cooperate with others. Set up now. Separated by a wall. Lin Momo was lying in a completely unfamiliar room, suffering from insomnia for the first time in her life. It's just that the confusion and fear of the unknown failed to overcome the drowsiness. Later, Lin Momo fell asleep in a daze. After she fell asleep, her consciousness gradually fell into a familiar and strange dream. In the dream, she also participated in the recording of Living with Dad with Lin Cheng. Just because she was too nervous, she messed up the first pilot film. Immediately afterwards, Lin Momo dreamed about what happened after the show was broadcast. The program Living with Dad became popular all over the internet in just 1 week of airing. The male celebrity who has retired for many years brought his daughter to the show. Because of the super good looks of the father and daughter, and the intimate and loving interaction in the show, after the first episode of the show was broadcast, the father and daughter have gained a lot. A large number of audience fans, and my father became popular again because of this. The actor who has been playing the male supporting role in film and television dramas brought his son on the show. Because he is good at taking care of children and has rich life experience, he was awarded the title of the strongest dad by the audience and has countless fans. The new generation of fresh meat substitute dads who have just arrived, are also frequently searched because of their ignorant baby-rearing mode and funny and embarrassing chats with their daughters. At first, the bare child of the wealthy family was disliked by the audience because of his disrespect, waste of money, and pampering, but later he was gradually accepted by the audience because of his amazing words in the show and his true nature of spending money like water, and turned into a emoji boy. His words were also edited into a video collection by fans, dubbed Tremendous Words. Only the last group, that is, Lin Momo and Lin Cheng's group, the father and daughter had almost no communication during the show, and the interaction seemed extremely boring. At the beginning, the audience just felt that this group had no sense of existence. Later, more and more voices disliked them on the internet. Even in her dream, Lin Momo could see a screen full of accusations and abuse about them. That's it. What the hell? This father doesn't know how to take care of a baby at all, he feels that he is not even as good as a baby dad. The daughter is not cute, and the father has no fatherly love. This is definitely the most embarrassing father-daughter pair I have ever seen. It's embarrassing and embarrassing, I'm so embarrassed that I can almost pick out the Eiffel Tower. To be honest, it's better for children to be innocent and lively. People like Lin Momo are really unpleasant. I don't like Lin Momo either. At such a young age, with such deep thoughts, is it disgusting to be evil? Hate Lin Momo +1. It feels like this group is here to make up the numbers. It's a waste of time, it's better to broadcast more about our family. I don't want to see the father and daughter at all, and they wrote in blood alone, asking for Lin Cheng's father and daughter to go offline. Lin Cheng and Lin Momo off the show. Invective gradually turned into expletives. In the dream, Lin Momo eagerly wanted to know if there would be a turning point in all of this later, if everyone would accept her slowly and start liking her like the way they didn't like that brat at first but then gradually accepted him. However, before Lin Momo could continue looking down, the dream came to an abrupt end. When you see a big go to hell. In an instant, Lin Momo woke up from her sleep. Help! Lin Momo opened her eyes suddenly, with a look of shock still on her face. She dreamed that later, those radical audiences not only scolded her on the bullet screen, but even sent threatening letters threatening to make her disappear forever if she didn't quit. Before the dream was finished, Lin Momo woke up from fright. Dreams are all fake, they're all reversed, yes, they're all reversed, it won't happen. Lin Momo comforted herself by talking to herself. It's just that I still can't help recalling that too real dream in my mind. She and Lin Cheng were hated and attacked by the audience because of their poor performance in the show. Lin Cheng did not become popular because of the show, but became a black man on the internet. If such a thing happened in reality, then wouldn't Chen Yu's plan come to naught? Lin Momo always remembered, the agreement she signed with Chen Yu clearly stated that only if she performed well would she redecorate their home, add furniture and small electrical appliances. If she didn't perform well and caused Lin Cheng to be scolded by the audience, would that be gone? Thinking of this, the panic on Lin Momo's face gradually turned into tension. In the morning, Lin Cheng changed his clothes in the room. As soon as he walked out of the bedroom and came to the living room, he saw Lin Momo not far away who had already tidied up, standing in a daze at the door of the kitchen. Seeing him coming out, the girl's eyes immediately looked over. What's the matter? Lin Cheng asked. Yes. Lin Momo pointed to the kitchen behind her, and asked Lin Cheng politely, may I use this kitchen? Hearing Lin Momo's words, Lin Cheng replied without paying too much attention, yes. With Lin Cheng's consent, Lin Momo smiled happily and said to Lin Cheng, thank you. Thinking of Chen Yu's explanation before, Lin Momo added, thank you, Dad. It wasn't until Lin Momo walked into the kitchen that Lin Cheng realized, should he ask that kid what he does with the kitchen? But soon, the sound of spatulas and dishes from the kitchen answered Lin Cheng's question. In the kitchen, facing all kinds of cooking utensils and electrical appliances in front of her, Lin Momo was a little confused, because half of the things in it she didn't even know what they were. Fortunately, there are basic things such as pots, shovels, bowls, plates, and gas stoves. Lin Momo found a suitable pot and put it on the gas stove, then walked towards the refrigerator. The moment she opened the refrigerator door, Lin Momo was dumbfounded. There was nothing in such a large refrigerator except water, a few boxes of tea, and coffee. Are poorer than their family. Lin Momo muttered to herself, and finally found a box of eggs and some fruits in the corner of the refrigerator. She took one first, thought about it, then turned back and took 2 more. 3 eggs were made into fried eggs by Lin Momo. Outside the kitchen, Lin Cheng was checking emails on his mobile phone. Smelling the aroma of fried eggs, Lin Cheng didn't raise his eyes. Until a plate of fried eggs was carefully pushed in front of him. 2 eggs and a few pieces of cut fruit were just placed into a funny smiling face. Lin Cheng raised his eyes to look at Lin Momo, and was about to say no when he saw that the girl had already handed him a pair of chopsticks. He seldom eats at home, and because he went abroad a few days ago and the jet lag has not reversed, he doesn't plan to eat at this point. However, Lin Cheng met Lin Momo with expectant and flattering eyes, and Lin Cheng still took the chopsticks from the other party's hand with a move in his heart. Lin Momo grinned at Lin Cheng again and cast a smile. After that, Lin Momo lowered her head, just sneaking a glance at Lin Cheng from time to time. It wasn't until she saw that the other party ate a piece of egg, without frowning or showing an expression of eggs are not tasty, that Lin Momo relaxed and began to eat hers quietly. Halfway through eating, Lin Momo suddenly stopped and looked at Lin Cheng. Dad! Lin Momo called out tentatively. Seeing that Lin Cheng didn't respond, Lin Momo had no choice but to call out again. It wasn't until Lin Momo called Dad for the second time that Lin Cheng realized that the other party was calling him. What? Lin Cheng asked. When recording the show, I will perform well. Lin Momo assured Lin Cheng. There was a bit of solemnity in the soft voice. Just now, Lin Momo thought about it carefully. For the 20,000 yuan, as well as the decoration and small appliances that Chen Yu promised her, if she had to perform well, she must not mess up the show. Even if you can't keep the decoration money and small appliances, you must keep the 20,000 yuan. And the premise of all this is that she can't recruit Lin Cheng, can't cause Lin Cheng to be scolded, and can't let the things in the dream happen in reality. Thinking about it, the expression on Lin Momo's face became more and more serious. Here, upon hearing Lin Momo's assurance, Lin Cheng's expression paused, and a trace of indescribable surprise appeared in his heart. Lin Cheng looked at Lin Momo calmly, but the moment he saw the expression on the girl's face, the corner of his mouth that had never changed for thousands of years pulled slightly, as if he was smiling. Although I don't know what Lin Momo is thinking at this time, but a child's face has two expressions of solemnity and seriousness at the same time, it is really. Some are inconsistent, and some are funny. Out of respect, Lin Cheng held back his smile, and at the same time put on a serious expression, looked at Lin Momo and replied, "Okay." And he didn't realize that from the moment the two looked at each other, he subconsciously took this reality show that he didn't care much about at first. 8 o'clock. The doorbell rang, and it was the director's team who had arrived. Thinking of the details of the previous training, Lin Momo jumped up from the chair, and ran quickly to open the door for someone. The result was embarrassing. The door lock of Lin Cheng's house needed fingerprints inside and out, and she couldn't open the door because the fingerprints didn't match. Just as Lin Momo was hesitating, a big hand stretched out from behind her and opened the door. At this time, several people from the director's team were standing at the door. The moment the door opened, they saw the father and daughter standing one behind the door, and several people exclaimed in their hearts, "This pair of father and daughter looks too good looking." After recording the lead film with Bai Yulan's colleagues, they kept saying that the father and daughter look good. In contrast, how do they feel that the father and daughter look better in front of them? A little appeared in the heart of the female director who led the team. But thinking of their work tasks here today, the leading director quickly suppressed the wonder in his heart, greeted Lin Cheng, and said his first line, "Mr. Lin, he the director of the program group living together with Dad is here today to assign tasks to you on behalf of the program group." Morning. Facing the camera, Lin Cheng showed a rare faint smile. "Is this teacher Lin's daughter?" asked the lead director. "Yes, this is my daughter, Lin Momo." At this time, the camera fell in front of Lin Momo. Facing the camera for the first time, Lin Momo was a little nervous, subconsciously straightened her body, her small face was tense. As if sensing Lin Momo's nervousness, Lin Cheng raised his hand and patted her head lightly. So. Lin Momo became even more nervous. "Hello." Lin Momo tried hard to squeeze out a jerky smile, and waved towards the camera. Just when Lin Momo didn't know what to say next, Lin Cheng behind her helped her out, and said to the director team, "Everyone, please come in." "Then interrupt," the lead director said. Then, several people entered the house together with the camera. The first recorded segment was shot with no surprises. Subsequently, the staff of the director's group installed shooting instruments and recording equipment around the room. After a brief explanation, several people interviewed Lin Cheng first, and the location was chosen in the living room. The leading director first asked Lin Cheng a few career-related questions. "Ms. Lin's occupation is a singer?" "Yes." "Then, Mr. Lin, why did you choose the career of a singer?" "Part of the reason is interest," Lin Cheng said. "Then what's the other part of the reason?" the director asked curiously. "The other part," Lin Cheng smiled, but said, "It's just some trivial reasons." Seeing that Lin Cheng didn't want to say more, the director quickly smoothed things over and said with a smile, "From this point of view, interest is still the main reason." After all, the director glanced at the script, changed the question, and said again, "Mr. Lin seems to seldom appear in front of the public these years, and he seldom receives announcements. Is it because of his family?" "Yes. Family is indeed a big reason." At an angle that the camera couldn't capture, a dark light flashed quickly in Lin Cheng's eyes. "From this point of view, Mr. Lin must be a good father." The director smiled, paused, and then said, "This time, you will participate in our Living with Dad, not only to experience a completely different career in life, but also to experience a completely different career in life. They will also be drawn from families with very difficult conditions." Is Mr. Lin confident about this? "Have. So, what do you think is your greatest strength?" Lin Cheng glanced at Lin Momo, who was not far away, and then said, "Maybe it's not easy to starve myself to death." As soon as these words came out, several members of the director team laughed. Lin Cheng was being interviewed in the living room, while Lin Momo was sitting in the dining room in a daze with a dull expression. Seeing this, one of the assistant directors in the directors group came over, sat next to Lin Momo, smiled at her, and asked softly, "What are you thinking?" "I don't think so." Lin Momo shook her head. She was actually reciting lines silently. But those who faced the director team couldn't say that, so Lin Momo had an idea, pointed in Lin Cheng's direction and said, "I'm looking at my father." Hearing Lin Momo's answer, the assistant director smiled as a single dog. A thought of "it seems nice to have a daughter" came into my heart. Lin Cheng's interview ended soon. The whole process was quite satisfactory. Although there were no bright spots, the overall process was smooth. This also made Xian Yu, who was worried and rushed over halfway, heaved a sigh of relief. Next is Lin Momo's part. The director team changed the filming location to Lin Momo's room on the grounds that the children would be more relaxed when filming in their own room. Who knows, Lin Momo doesn't know the whole house at all. Hearing the director's call to start, Lin Momo subconsciously sat up straighter on the bed. Fortunately, the director did not notice Lin Momo's abnormality. First question, do you think your dad is a gentle dad? Lin Momo had encountered this question before in practice, so she shook her head according to the reference answer and replied, "Not too gentle, he is very strict most of the time." "So this time you have to live with Dad, are you nervous?" "Don't be nervous, because Dad is here." The director asked Lin Momo 6 or 7 questions in a row. These questions were all in the question bank prepared by Wang Xi and the others, so Lin Momo didn't have much trouble answering them. Just when Lin Momo thought the filming was over, the director asked her one last question. "Do you think your father is a star?" Lin Momo was taken aback, nodded, and replied, "Yes." At this time, the director asked again, "But Dad is not as popular as other stars, nor can he earn a lot of money like them, and he can't even get a job for a long time. Do you think he is not good for such a dad?" As soon as these words came out, the atmosphere on the scene changed suddenly. The program team never said there was such a problem before. Xian Yu gritted his teeth and said with a dark face, "Typically, such interviews avoid sensitive issues. Why did the director ask such a sharp question during recording? What do you want to do? To expose the artist's shortcomings, or to tear off the last fig leaf of the past artist?" Not only Xian Yu, but even Lin Cheng frowned indiscernibly. The director himself felt the pressure at this time. If possible, she doesn't want to mess with it. But the script for the interview was given by the program group, and it clearly marked that this question must be asked. She can probably guess the purpose of the program group. The program needs some controversial topics to attract attention. Undoubtedly, Lin Cheng and his daughter, who have no background and no fan base, are the best choice. No matter how Lin Momo answered during the recording, it will definitely be used by the program team for special editing in the end to create public attention. She even thought of the headline that might appear in the later stage, "Number can't get a job, so she can only take care of the children at home?" Number he used to be a first-line singer, but now he has become an 18th-line singer. Even his own daughter is disgusted. Number boy, you did this kind of thing. Number. Facing this obviously over-the-top question, Lin Momo's mind went blank. This question is not in the question bank, or even similar. She didn't know if Lin Cheng was okay. Lin Momo subconsciously shook her head. "Don't you know?" the director asked. Lin Momo shook her head again. "Don't you think Dad is bad?" Seeing Lin Momo shaking her head, the director guessed what she meant. "No." Lin Momo whispered. Wang Xi and the others said before that during the interview process, if you encounter a question that you don't know how to answer, you can't just say "I don't know," and find a way to substitute your true feelings. After thinking about it, Lin Momo put this problem on herself, and said slowly, "Our family may not be as good as other families, but we are also living very hard." Speaking of this, Lin Momo thought of Grandma Lu Quifeng in her mind, and said seriously, "She's not bad, she just can't do anything." Outside the bedroom, when Lin Momo started to answer the director's question, Chen Yu's face tightened. "We can't let her continue talking." This was obviously a pit deliberately set up by the program team, but Lin Momo jumped into it. After all, Chen Yu wanted to step forward to interrupt the shooting. However, before Chen Yu rushed over, he was stopped by Lin Cheng. "Brother Cheng, let her talk," Lin Cheng said. "But will this have a bad effect?" According to Lin Momo's words, isn't it a disguised admission that Lin Cheng has no ability and can't make money? Lin Cheng didn't speak anymore, but there was an expression of indifference on his face. Lin Momo didn't notice the movement here, lowered her eyes, and continued, "Maybe she is not good enough in the eyes of others, but what she gave me is already the best she can give. She would save her monthly money to send me to school, fearing that I would be laughed at by my classmates. She would secretly sell her things to save money to buy me a new school uniform, and she would wait in a long line for events at the mall, a long line to get me a new lamp, a new alarm clock. She taught me to be polite, to be clean, to..." The she in Lin Momo's mouth was naturally understood as he by the director team. They had thought that when faced with this question, Lin Momo's answer might be "don't know, maybe my father is fine," or even refuse to answer this question, but they never expected that Lin Momo's answer would be "it will be like this." Outside the camera, the director and the assistant director at the side looked at each other, and they both saw the same shock in each other's eyes. Is it true that past stars are so miserable? Still have to work hard to save money to afford your child's tuition? To get a new table lamp, you have to go to the supermarket to queue up to get a free one? Why do you feel that your life is worse than ordinary people like them? Originally, after this question, the program team also prepared a second question: do you wish that your father is not a star? However, facing the sincere girl in front of him, the director couldn't ask the next question. With the director yelling "click," Lin Momo's interview ended. Putting away the script, the director walked up to Lin Cheng and Chen Yu in embarrassment. Meeting Chen Yu's slightly dissatisfied eyes, the director bit the bullet and smiled at the two of them, pretending to have nothing to do, and said, "Let's do this for the interview part first, and then we will start the recording of the next part." Several people returned to the living room. The director asked the staff to hand over a lottery box to Lin Cheng and Lin Momo, and said, "The days of living with Dad are about to begin, and in the next week Dad and Baby will experience a period of the past with you. Since life is different life. There are 5 cards in the box in front of you now, which correspond to 5 different family backgrounds. These are real family situations." The program group selected the 5 with the highest number of votes from netizens. Below, Dad is asked to draw lots, and the information on the drawn card is the life that Dad and Baby will experience in the next week. Are Dad and Baby nervous? Before Lin Cheng drew lots, the director asked them. Lin Momo nodded. curious and nervous about the unknown life of the week ahead. Lin Momo watched Lin Cheng put his hand into the lottery box without blinking, and his whole body tensed up. This kid is still too naive. On the side, Lin Cheng caught a glimpse of Lin Momo, who seemed to be tense with every cell in his body, and sighed inwardly. Afterwards, Lin Cheng found the only card in the box. Obviously, the so-called lottery is just a program effect. The other groups of stars and their agents probably have already selected the best family background to show their own, and the ones in the box are just leftovers from the other groups. Lin Cheng took out the card expressionlessly, and opened it under Lin Momo's expectant eyes. There are 6 pieces of information on the card: home address, Building 3, Huayuan Road, Huayang District, Substation District, an old-fashioned residential building built in the last century, with a building area of 36 square meters, 1 bedroom and 1 living room, and the bathroom and kitchen are shared on the first floor. Dad's occupation, canned LPG delivery man. Family income, 45,000 yuan. Means of transportation, bus. Financial status, the family deposit is 60,000 yuan, regular, unusable, foreign debts due to accidents are 3,000 yuan, and monthly repayments are 500 yuan, social security is about 400 yuan per month, rent is 1,500 yuan per month, the total family monthly the hard expenditure is 2,400 yuan, converted to 600 yuan/week. Disposable funds this week, 200 yuan. What did Dad get? After Lin Cheng and Lin Momo read the information on the card, the director asked curiously. Liquefied gas distributor. Lin Momo replied. Lin Cheng turned the card over and aimed at the camera and the director. The director smiled, and said to the father and daughter, "So Dad will become a canned liquefied gas delivery man, delivering liquefied gas for cooking to every household." After a pause, the director said again, "Also, let me briefly explain to you about the information on the card. Disposable funds are equivalent to your living expenses for the next week. According to the cards you have drawn, this part of funds is 200 yuan in total, and you can use them yourself. As for the hard expenses, Dad needs to pay the program group after working for a week. Pay 600 yuan, and this is also your first week's task. Is Teacher Lin confident to complete the task? Do your best," Lin Cheng said. After finishing the recording of this section and turning off the video equipment, the director took out another explanation and handed it to Lin Cheng, and at the same time explained the parts that were not mentioned in the recording just now to Lin Cheng and Xian Yu, who is the manager. Again. The recording time of the program will be the day after tomorrow morning. At that time, the vehicles of the program group will directly send the father and the child to the residence marked on the card. This should have been mentioned in the contract you signed before. In addition, the broadcast format of the program has been slightly adjusted, and it will be changed to a recording and live broadcast format. The edited program will be broadcasted online at 12 o'clock noon every Sunday after 1 week of recording. In addition, the program team also opened a VIP live broadcast channel on the Ewo Video app, and conducted a 24-hour live broadcast of the lives of fathers and children in the program in the form of VIP user interactive on demand. In order to ensure the authenticity of the entire recording process and the whole experience, once the recording starts, it will not be paused in the middle. During the process, the director team will not provide you with any advice or help. All decisions are up to you, unless it is an urgent situation, otherwise any other problems will need to be resolved by you. If there is no problem, please sign this supplementary material. The director handed Lin Cheng a supplementary statement. After receiving the agreement, Lin Cheng quickly read it, and after confirming that it was correct, he signed his signature at the end. After the director team left, Chen Yu's face completely collapsed. The program team is too much. Chen Yu cursed dissatisfiedly. Whether it was the sensitivity issue during the previous interview, or the subsequent adjustments to the broadcast format of the program, none of these were mentioned in the agreement they signed. This is obviously the rhythm of using Lin Cheng as a stepping stone and a victim of the show. Compared to Chen Yu's excitement, Lin Cheng seemed much calmer, as if he had expected all this. Otherwise, why do you think such a cheap and good thing will happen to me? Lin Cheng asked back. Hearing this, Chen Yu was silent. It seems that this is indeed the truth. It was different from Chen Yu's seriousness. Lin Momo, who was packing up, seemed to be in a particularly good mood. When Lin Cheng and Chen Yu approached, they could still hear her squatting in the suitcase, talking to herself without knowing what she was muttering. What are you happy about? Lin Cheng asked casually. Lin Momo stopped and looked at Lin Cheng. It's nothing. After finishing speaking, Lin Momo smiled at Lin Cheng again, and said, I just think you're lucky, Dad. Hearing Lin Momo's words from the heart. Lin Cheng. Chen Yu. I'm afraid Lin Momo is the only one in the whole world who thinks that Lin Cheng is lucky to have such a family background. On the other side, the director who completed the filming task returned to the program group and went to the chief director's office. Your group's filming is finished? The chief director asked. It's finished, it's just. The director showed some difficulty, and said, there's a little problem. What's the question? The chief director frowned, thinking of something, and asked again, are those questions not asked? Or did they have disagreements during the recording process? There was no disagreement, and questions were asked, but the director didn't know how to explain this matter, so he said to the chief director, you'd better watch the original film first. What else could be wrong with the original film? Anyway, it will be reedited in the end. The chief director showed some dissatisfaction, but still asked the other party to take out the original film. The interview process was normal, and the sensitive question was asked, and everything went smoothly. However, watching Lin Momo start to answer in the original film, the chief director's brows gradually became more and more wrinkled. Lin Momo's answer was beyond his expectation. In other words, Lin Momo's answer was not what he wanted. This kind of answer makes it difficult for the program group to have room to play, and there is no way to create public opinion topics through editing. After thinking for a moment, although the chief director was unwilling, he could only give up the original plan. Tell the later stage that there is no need to edit the original film for this segment. The director said in a deep voice. You mean no more? The director showed surprise, and asked again, then do you need to cut anything else? The chief director didn't answer with a dark face, but his attitude at the moment already represented everything. The next day, at 8 p.m. the leading film of Living with Dad was launched simultaneously on the two platforms of Ewo Video app and Chenzi TV. Because he had not received the broadcast sample provided by the program group in advance, Chen Yu could only wait in front of the computer like other viewers and wait for the program to be officially broadcast. The first one to come out was Bai Yulan's father and daughter combination. Although Bai Yulan has retired from the industry for many years, he still has a large number of loyal fans, which is the main selling point of this show. Therefore, Chen Yu was not surprised that this group was put in the first segment of the show. After Bai Yulan's group, the second broadcast was the clip of actor Gao Yuankai and his son. After that, the third broadcast was an interview clip of Zhang Chenjai, chairman of the entertainment company, and his family. Why haven't you seen the clip of brother Cheng and Momo? Sitting in front of the computer screen, Wang Xi couldn't help muttering as he watched the playback progress bar halfway through. It should be next. Chen Yu said. Lin Cheng's fame and status are not as good as those of the other three dads, so it is completely reasonable that his introductory clip will be ranked after those three. If I guessed correctly, Lin Cheng's part will be aired in the fourth, and finally Duan Bei, the leading father promoted by the company, will be the finale. Sure enough, as soon as Chen Yu finished speaking, a picture of Lin Cheng and Lin Momo father and daughter opening the door appeared on the screen. Then, Lin Cheng's personal introduction popped up on the screen, name, Lin Cheng. Occupation, singer. Representative works, yesterday, mo, etc. Status, lives in Sea City, has a 7-year-old daughter. How do you feel that Lin Cheng's introduction is much less than other people's? Wang Xi whispered. Chen Yu's face darkened a little. The information about Lin Cheng that he provided to the program team is not limited to these, even if the program is not as colorful as when introducing Bai Yulin, at least it has written all of Lin Cheng's masterpieces. Before Chen Yu could say anything, the scene on the screen cut to the part where the father and daughter were being interviewed. In the screen, Lin Cheng first said to the camera, "Hi everyone, I am singer Lin Cheng." In the next second, the screen was switched to Lin Momo's, "I am Lin Momo." What else the father and daughter said later was not played. The director's voice appeared in the video, "The journey of living with dad is about to begin, are you ready?" "Alright. Then please come on dad and baby." As the director's voice fell, Lin Cheng and Lin Momo's part ended completely. Seeing that the program had started to broadcast the introduction about Duan Bei, Wang Xi and Zhou Qi were dumbfounded. "That's it." Wang Xi was stunned. Zhou Qi also said in surprise, "This is too short." The prelude chapter before the start of the whole show was 53 minutes long, and the appearance rate of Lin Cheng and Lin Momo was less than 5 minutes. Even the sum of what the father and daughter said was not as much as the director of the narration. Wang Xi and Zhou Qi looked at each other and thought of something. Isn't this just a disguised one-cut plum? It's too much. Wang Xi frowned and complained. Zhou Qi also nodded immediately, and complained, even if the program group wants to compress time to other groups and Duan Bei who will come out later, it doesn't have to be so obvious. Hearing the complaints of the two, Chen Yu's face was completely darkened. The other groups of stars signed a Type A agreement with the program group, which clearly stipulates that the program group cannot maliciously edit the recorded content or distort the facts, and at the same time must ensure that the stars' attendance rate reaches 15% of the total program duration, etc. However, what the company got for Lin Cheng was a Type B agreement. The editing content, appearance rate, and number of recording periods will be adjusted accordingly according to the specific situation after the program is broadcast, and the final interpretation right belongs to the program group. Chen Yu didn't know this until recently. But even so, it was too much for the program team to cut the part of Lin Cheng and Lin Momo to less than 5 minutes. At this time, there were still a few discussions about Lin Cheng father and daughter floating on the big screen, but most of them were asking who is Lin Cheng. Lin Cheng, never heard of that. Singer? Has anyone heard his song? Seeing the Yesterday written by the representative works, I thought it was Yesterday by Wang Fangqi. No wonder it looks familiar. I saw this person in my brother's magazine promotional photos before. I thought he was a model, but is he actually a singer? It seems to have been popular before. It was when I was in the second year of junior high school or the first year of high school, but it didn't take long before it became blurred, exposing my age. The few sparse comments in the barrage didn't stay for long, and were soon overwhelmed by Duan Bei's fans swiping the screen. Little brother is so handsome. Xiao Bei is too cute. Looking forward to Xiao Bei being the class daddy. To popularize science, Xiao Bei is the fans' nickname for the little brother. The little brother participated in our group at the beginning of this year. During the activities, he broke his leg in order to protect other participating trainees, so he quit the show, but the little brother is really super good, he sings and dances well. Yet, Xiao Beiren is kind and hard-working. Looking at the screen filled with Duan Bei's support-colored barrage, the corners of Chen Yu's mouth twitched. There is no harm without contrast. Compared with Duan Bei's company's pro-son treatment, Lin Cheng is like the son of an enemy. Brother Cheng and the others have so few shots, there is no way to become fans. Wang Xi said worriedly. Zhou Qi also showed a worried look, and echoed, in this way, Brother Cheng and the others' live broadcast click-through rate will definitely be affected. Chen Yu. Seeing Chen Yu's whole face as black as charcoal, with the posture about to storm, Wang Xi felt scared, laughed dryly twice, and comforted himself, but it's not necessarily, if Brother Cheng and the others, if you perform well in the show, maybe you will counterattack. Chen Yu didn't speak. He no longer dared to think that Lin Cheng would become popular. The only thing he hoped for was that Lin Cheng and Lin Momo, the halfway father and daughter, would not make any mistakes during the live broadcast of the show. On the other side, in Lin Cheng's apartment, Lin Momo didn't know when the leading film of the show would be aired. Although Lin Cheng knew it, he didn't take it to heart. Therefore, neither of the father and daughter went to watch the pilot film of I'm So Angry That I Don't Pay for My Life. The next day, early in the morning, Lin Cheng and Lin Momo were taken to the shooting location by the car of the program crew. Standing in front of the old-fashioned residential building where the two will live for a week, a staff member of the program team began to introduce to the two, this is the substation area, and it is also the place where the filming will take place this week. Speaking, the staff glanced at the time, and said again, it is 8:49 in the morning, and in 11 minutes, our program will officially start shooting at 9 o'clock, and it will also be officially launched on the live broadcast platform. There are still some things before the official shooting, we need to explain, the staff member said after a pause. According to the regulations of the program, during the shooting, except for the necessary clothing and personal daily necessities, other items irrelevant to the set family background are not allowed to be brought into the program, including your personal cash, mobile phones. After saying that, the staff took a look at Lin Momo, and continued, there are also iPads, toys, etc., which are not allowed. Later on, our staff will first conduct a body search and unpacking check on you and the luggage you brought, and all illegal items will be suspended by the program team. Now you can think about it, if some for inconvenient items, you can deal with them yourself or hand them over to the program team for safekeeping. Lin Cheng looked down at Lin Momo, saw her shaking her head, and said to the program crew, there is nothing inconvenient. Okay, so let's start checking. The staff of the program team first took away Lin Cheng's mobile phone and cash, and then several staff came up to open the suitcases of the father and daughter respectively. Apart from a few sets of simple changes of clothes, there were no other foul items in Lin Cheng's suitcase. In Lin Momo's suitcase, the staff took out several plush toys. These are also not allowed to be brought, they need to be handed over to our program team for safekeeping. The staff pointed to the plush toy in his hand and said softly to Lin Momo. Okay. Lin Momo nodded, and said goodbye to several plush toys cooperatively. Even the director team was amazed at the degree of cooperation. However, they didn't know that these plush toys were deliberately put in by Sujia and the others for the purpose of recording, and they didn't belong to Lin Momo in the first place. So looking at the plush toy that was taken away, Lin Momo felt nothing in her heart. At this time, someone in the director's team noticed a piece of floral cloth in Lin Momo's hand, his eyes moved, and he asked Lin Momo, are there any other items that cannot be brought to the show? Lin Momo shook her head and carefully hid her hands behind her back. Seeing Lin Momo's little action, the staff felt ashamed, so they could only point to the thing in her hand and ask, what is that? Lin Momo didn't speak, but subconsciously tightened the things in her hands a little bit. This is the tuition and living expenses that grandma asked her to keep before coming here. Because she was afraid of losing it, Lin Momo always carried it with her. The people from the program team came to search her pockets just now, so Lin Momo had no choice but to hold the things in her hands, but she was still found. If it is a toy or cash, it also needs to be handed in. The staff reminded. Looking at the shape of the cloth head in Lin Momo's hand, it does look like a child's coin purse. This cannot be handed over. Lin Momo took half a step back. Lin Cheng on the side looked down at the things in Lin Momo's hands, and at the same time saw Lin Momo's trembling hands due to too much force. Just when the director team was about to take compulsory measures against Lin Momo, Lin Cheng said, it's not something prohibited, it's just a gadget that children are used to keeping around, it's useless, and it won't affect the recording of the program. The staff was taken aback. Even so, it didn't work, and they looked at it clearly like money. The staff wanted to refute Lin Cheng's words, but when they looked up, they met Lin Cheng's cold eyes. The momentum was a bit scary. Several staff members were taken aback. They looked at each other and were scared together. Because they didn't want to affect the normal shooting, the director team could only turn a blind eye and let Lin Momo go. Horse. Then let's talk about the second thing. The director came out, coughed lightly, and said. Then, he asked the staff to hand over the things prepared in advance to Lin Cheng, and explained, first of all, this bag contains Dad's work card and work clothes. According to your family background, Dad's job is to fill the liquefied gas distribution station. The place of work is the liquefied gas distribution station on Lanchang Street, which is 5 kilometers away from here. There is a specific address in the bag. Dad needs to go to the workplace by himself and report to the boss on time, and then you can start working, and the boss will personally arrange the job content and salary. Above, did Dad understand? Seeing Lin Cheng nodding, the director went on to take out 2 other things. The second thing is the key to your room. There is only one key. Dad and baby will live here for a week in the future. Please keep the key safe. The director handed over the key to Lin Cheng. Finally, this envelope contains 200 yuan that you can spend this week, please keep it. After handing over all the materials to Lin Cheng, the director finally asked, before the life experience officially begins, do Dad and baby have any questions at the end? Lin Momo shook her head. Lin Cheng, no. Then the recording of the first session of the 5th group of Living with Dad has officially started. With the director's start, the week-long life of Lin Cheng and Lin Momo, the fake father and daughter, officially began. Lin Cheng glanced at the key in his hand. It was labeled 303, which should correspond to their room at number 3 on the 3rd floor. Let's go. Lin Cheng took the suitcase, said something to Lin Momo, who was still in a daze beside him, and walked towards the residential building behind him. It wasn't until Lin Cheng walked a few meters away that Lin Momo came back to his senses and chased after the other parties back. Thank you. Lin Momo caught up with Lin Cheng and thanked him in a low voice. She was thanking Lin Cheng for helping her keep the money just now. Lin Cheng didn't respond. Seeing this, Lin Momo thought that she was too quiet and the other party didn't hear her, so she trotted 2 more steps, got closer to Lin Cheng, then raised her volume slightly and said again, thank you. Lin Cheng originally wanted to remind Lin Momo that the program recording had already started at this time. The director's group is equipped with high-precision video and radio equipment, even if her voice is low, it will be recorded. But bowing his head to meet the girl's sincere eyes, Lin Cheng dismissed the idea and responded casually. At this time, the two had already walked in the corridor of the residential building. The old-fashioned building is still a complete brick structure, the corridor is narrow and dark, and all kinds of sundries piled up on both sides make the whole corridor even narrower and difficult to walk. Lin Cheng glanced at Lin Momo, who was obviously absent-minded, and was about to remind him, walk well, don't get hit, when Lin Momo bumped head in towards a protruding box. However, just when Lin Cheng thought that Lin Momo would bump into the box in the next second, the girl lowered her head and nimbly avoided the box. Lin Cheng. Lin Cheng didn't know that the place where Lin Momo and Grandma lived was similar to this place, and the corridor was even narrower and messy than this place. Different corridors, same pattern. She has been in such a place for 10 years, and she is very familiar with it, so it is impossible for her to be bumped into. Lin Momo continued to walk beside Lin Cheng, but her eyes were fixed on the envelope in Lin Cheng's hand. It contained 200 yuan for the survival of their group. I don't know if it's enough for my father. Lin Momo murmured in a low voice, while her mind was frantically calculating how to use the 200 yuan to support Lin Cheng. Lin Cheng didn't know Lin Momo's concern for him in his heart, but he finally found out what Lin Momo was caring about when he didn't walk well. Seeing that the girl's eyes were almost glued to the envelope, the corners of Lin Cheng's mouth twitched slightly. "Can you settle accounts?" Lin Cheng asked suddenly. Lin Momo was taken aback for a moment, then nodded and replied, "Yes." Hearing this, Lin Cheng handed the envelope to Lin Momo. "Take it, don't lose it. Lose both of them and you can drink Mistral." Lin Momo didn't expect that Lin Cheng would give such important living expenses directly to herself as soon as possible. She was nervous and a little excited about being given a heavy responsibility. "I won't lose it." Lin Momo raised her head and solemnly assured Lin Cheng as she squeezed the envelope tightly. The tone is quite serious. The conversation between the father and daughter was live-streamed verbatim on Ewo's live app platform. At this time, Chen Yu, Wang Xi, and Zhou Qi, who were far away in the company, were watching this live broadcast. The live broadcast room of Living with Dad is open to VIP members 24 hours a day, and at the same time, it takes the form of member on demand. Because the recording of the 5 groups of star families started almost at the same time, the audience can see 5 live broadcast entrances at the same time in the live broadcast room. Viewers choose one of the entry points to enter, and they can see the live broadcast of a corresponding group of families. Just now, Chen Yu checked the live broadcasts of the 5 families one by one. The first is career. The occupation of the first group of family draws is the dance teacher of the training institution. Bai Yulan was an idol star before. Teaching people to dance is not only not difficult for him, it will also be an opportunity to rely on fans in the talent circle. The second group of actors, Gao Yuankai and his son, got the job of hotel lobby manager. Gao Yuankai starred in a TV series before, in which he played the role of a restaurant manager, which can barely be regarded as a professional counterpart. The third group of wealthy fathers, Zhang Chenjai, got a job as a company salesman. As soon as he took up the post, the boss came up with a new set of enterprise management theory, which made his boss stunned, and directly waved his hand, doubling his salary. As for the group leading the class, Duan Bei, the one who got the job was the job of the dessert shop clerk. As soon as Duan Bei took up his post, fans had already lined up at the door. In contrast, Lin Cheng's career should not be too down-to-earth or too creative. Then there is residence. Bai Yulan's group lived in a small apartment in the central city, actor Gao Yuankai's group lived in the staff dormitory of the hotel, the wealthy father's group lived in a 3-bedroom, own-a-living commercial apartment that seemed very shabby to his bare children, and Duan Bei lived in a monthly rent youth hostel not far from the milk tea shop. No matter how big or small they are, the places where the first 4 groups live are well equipped with living facilities. Only the place where Lin Cheng and his group lived was no longer a house but a living test. Compared to other groups, Brother Cheng and the others live in a poor place. Wang Xi muttered. Chen Yu sneered. And that's not the worst. Bai Yulan's father-daughter group was the group with the most publicity and voices in the early stage. The live broadcast just started, and the number of viewers in the live broadcast room rushed to 250,000 in one fell swoop. The other 3 groups are slightly less popular, but there are tens of thousands of viewers. Only in Lin Cheng's group, there were less than 500 people online in the live broadcast room, and the comment barrage was deserted. It wasn't until Lin Cheng handed over the 200 yuan living expenses directly to Lin Momo that a few interactive comments finally popped up in the live broadcast room. Did the father give the money directly to the daughter? Aren't you afraid of losing it? The living expenses of this group seem to be only 200 yuan, what if I lose it? What is this father thinking? He actually gave the money to the children to play. Don't you know there is money in it? Maybe because I was a big star before, I didn't take the 200 yuan seriously. I think other groups are different. Zhang Chenjai is still the big president. After receiving the 2,000 yuan from the program group, I think he can't wait to stuff it directly under the insole. Haha, so is Duan Bei. Afraid of losing the money, he hid the money separately in a dozen different places. Really, I'll go take a look. I am coming too. So, Chen Yu just watched the number of people online in Lin Cheng's live broadcast room change from 433 to 402. The father and daughter here don't know what happened in front of the barrage. After passing through narrow corridors and stairs, the two finally came to the third floor. In the small floor space, 5 or 6 doors are arranged compactly. Lin Cheng glanced over several doors one by one. Before he could find the location of the house number, Lin Momo pointed to one of the doors before him, and said loudly, "There." "You sure?" Lin Cheng glanced at the door that didn't have a number on it, and then at Lin Momo, thinking to himself. As if hearing Lin Cheng's inner lines, Lin Momo ran to the door, pointed to a sticker on the door, and said to Lin Cheng, "Look, this is posted when the neighborhood committee inspected the safety of the residents. The number is the number of households." And this, Lin Momo pointed to the 33 among a series of symbols written in chalk on the wall next to the door and said to Lin Cheng, "The 3 also refers to the number of households. But you can't keep this." While speaking, Lin Momo squatted down and rubbed off the string of symbols on the wall with hands and feet. While wiping, he explained to Lin Cheng seriously, "This triangle means that there is a child in the family, 2 squares means that there are 2 adults, and a circle with a cross means that there is no one in the house during the day. It means there is no one from 8 am to 7 pm, It wasn't until the string of symbols were completely wiped off that Lin Momo stood up, smiled at Lin Cheng, and said, "Okay." Hiding the surprise in his heart, Lin Cheng looked down at Lin Momo's dirty hands when he wiped the wall just now, and only said, "Go in and wash your hands in a while." Lin Momo, "Okay. I almost forgot, this father loves to be clean." Could it be that she was rejected by the other party? Lin Momo thought wildly in her heart. Asking Lin Momo to stand aside, Lin Cheng took out the key and opened the door. The moment the door was pushed open, a damp musty smell came to the nostrils. Lin Cheng frowned and looked into the room. The house is not big, except for a corridor where sundries are piled up. The so-called one-bedroom, one-living room by the program group is nothing more than using a few cabinets to divide the original room into a living room and half a bedroom. There is only one window in the whole room, old and dark. Except for the camera equipment installed by the program group, all other displays in the house seem to have remained the same without any sorting. Except for a few unknown electrical appliances and dilapidated furniture, the rest of the sundries are piled up randomly, almost occupies more than half of the space in the house. Lin Cheng. Seeing Lin Cheng frowning, Lin Momo subconsciously wanted to comfort him. Although it's a bit messy, the house is actually not bad, at least it can shelter from the wind and rain. As soon as Lin Momo finished speaking, there was a bang sound, and the wooden framed window fell from the window frame due to years of disrepair. HTML error body font family Tahoma Verdana Arial sans serif, margin 0 auto, width 35 m span display none any error occurred. Sorry Thepiji Wara lookin for is currently unavailable. Please try again ladder.var _hasync equals _hasync dot push, histats.start, 1,4561773,4,0,0,0,000,000,000, _hasync.push, histats.faci, 1, _hasync.push, histats.track_hits, function, vars equals document.createlement, script, s.type equals text/javascript s.async equals 0s.src equals /s10.histats.com/js15_s.js, document.getElementsBetagName, head, 0 document.getElementsBetagName, body, 0, .append child, s. What is call? Lin Cheng raised his eyebrows slightly, ignored Lin Momo's words, and took a band-aid from the side to cover Lin Momo's wound. All right. Thanks. After finishing speaking, Lin Momo grinned at Lin Cheng, looking very happy. What are you laughing at? Lin Cheng was a little weird. It's nothing. Lin Momo shook her head, thought for a while, and explained in a low voice, Grandma will help me post it too. The way Lin Cheng helped her stick the band-aids reminded Lin Momo of Lu Quifang. Lin Cheng is the second person who will help her stick band-aids. Hearing Lin Momo's words, Lin Cheng's heart was inexplicably touched, and he raised his head to look at Lin Momo seriously. At this moment, the girl was still smiling happily with a golden bean on her face. The word "really ugly" blurted out. Lin Momo. How ugly is she? At this time, Lin Cheng had turned around and left, continuing to clean up before. Lin Momo raised her hand to look at the band-aid that wasn't put on very well, bent her knuckles, and whispered in a revenge way, "It's so ugly." The next second, he stared at the band-aid on his finger and smirked twice. Putting away her hands, Lin Momo walked to the front of the glove box, and was about to continue the unfinished packing, but was stopped by Lin Cheng. "Let it go, you don't need to do it. This time I will be small." Heartbroken. Lin Cheng's look successfully made Lin Momo shut up. Lin Momo didn't know how to make the audience like herself and Lin Cheng, but when she thought that she might be hated if she didn't do something, she suddenly became nervous. "I can help you." Lin Momo moved to Lin Cheng's side and whispered. Seeing Lin Momo staring at the box in his hand eagerly, Lin Cheng frowned, and directly refused, "No need." Lin Momo still stood aside unwillingly. "Go to the side," Lin Cheng said. "I'm not in the way," Lin Momo said, and raised her hand to take over the crumbling pile of books and newspapers on the box in Lin Cheng's hand. Lin Momo's insistence made Lin Cheng feel a headache. Lin Cheng looked around, and finally found a pile of fast food boxes and plastic bottles left by the previous owner in the corner of the room. So he pointed to the pile of things that were not too heavy and said to Lin Momo, "If you need help, go and take the pile of bottles downstairs and throw them away." Good. Lin Momo, who had a job, found a large enough plastic bag in the house, and deftly put the pile of lunch boxes, paper cups, paper bowls and drink bottles into it. Then, before Lin Cheng could say anything, Lin Momo went downstairs with the bag of garbage. "It's a big bag, but not heavy." Lin Cheng looked away from Lin Momo from the corner of his eye, and continued to tidy up the debris in front of him. An hour and a half had passed by the time Lin Cheng had temporarily packed up the debris in the house. He seems to have forgotten something? Lin Cheng thought to himself. Taking a look at the house that was too quiet, Lin Cheng finally realized what he had forgotten. He forgot about the child. Lin Cheng took out the old push-button phone prepared by the program group and only had a call function, and looked at the time, then frowned. How long would it take him to ask Lin Momo to throw out the trash? Lin Cheng's face darkened, he put down his work and went out. The child is not lost. When Lin Cheng walked to the first floor, he saw Lin Momo squatting next to the large trash can in the middle of several residential buildings, fiddling with the previous bag of trash with interest. Those instant noodle bowls, paper cups, and paper bowls had already been dismantled by Lin Momo, and they were neatly piled aside. A dozen or so cans were also crushed by Lin Momo. At this time, the child was killing the last pile of drink bottles. Looking at Lin Momo, who was integrated into the garbage dump, Lin Cheng's face darkened, and his temples throbbed violently. Unbearable, Lin Cheng finally yelled at Lin Momo, "Lin Momo!" Hearing Lin Cheng call her name, Lin Momo, who was still concentrating on her career, was startled, her hands trembled, and she almost dropped a Coke bottle she was processing. Lin Momo stood up in a daze, and looked at Lin Cheng suspiciously. "Come here." Lin Cheng's tone was stern. Lin Momo just wanted to say to Lin Cheng, "It's only a little bit close," but she raised her head to meet Lin Cheng's angry eyes. Lin Momo hesitated, lowered her head, and obediently walked in front of Lin Cheng. "Throw away the one in your hand too." Seeing that Lin Momo was still holding a bottle in his hand, Lin Cheng frowned even deeper, and said in a cold voice. Lin Momo was so frightened that she let go of her hand, and the bottle fell to the ground with a bang and rolled far away. At this time, in the live broadcast room, the deserted barrage area finally became lively. "Haha, Dad finally remembered his brat. I just want to know, what's so interesting about garbage? Maybe in the eyes of children, there is no distinction between garbage and toys. All the toys have been confiscated, so I can only play with garbage. Speechless. What's even more speechless is that I actually stared at this kid playing with garbage for over an hour. Me too. Poisonous. Indeed poisonous. Sitting in front of the computer, Xian Yu nodded approvingly. During Lin Momo's playing trash for more than an hour, the number of people online in the live broadcast room increased from more than 500 to more than 1,000 in one fell swoop. Here, seeing Lin Momo throwing away the bottle in his hand, Lin Cheng didn't say anything more, and took Lin Momo home with a sullen face. Lin Momo opened her mouth, wanting to say something, but saw Lin Cheng's figure had walked into the corridor of the residential building. Still standing. Lin Cheng turned around and called Lin Momo. Well, no. Lin Momo quickly chased after him, and before walking into the corridor, he reluctantly glanced at the pile of recyclables behind him that he had already processed, with a pained expression on his face. Wash your hands. Passing by the public pool on the third floor, Lin Cheng reminded. Good. It's finished. Lin Momo subconsciously raised her hand to show Lin Cheng. It wasn't until seeing that the other party's tense expression finally loosened a bit, that Lin Momo was slightly relieved, and followed Lin Cheng into the house. The moment she walked into the room, Lin Momo was dumbfounded. The originally messy matter has changed drastically after not seeing it for a while. Lin Cheng moved all the sundries piled up in the room to a corner of the house and stacked them against the wall, leaving only a few pieces of necessary furniture and supplies. The crowded room suddenly became spacious and tidy. Lin Momo looked around the whole room in surprise, then looked up at Lin Cheng. Her eyes were full of incredible light. Meeting the girl's unbelievable eyes, the corners of Lin Cheng's mouth twitched slightly. In this girl's eyes, is he unable to take care of himself or what? The room is tidied up, and the rest is to consider how to sleep. The whole house was originally one room, but the previous owner used a few wooden cabinets in the middle to divide the room into two rooms. The inner room just squeezed out a piece of wooden boards that was less than a room away. The bed is a meter wide. In the outer room, Lin Cheng barely made a bed out of several large boxes just now. Where do you want to sleep? Lin Cheng lowered his head and asked Lin Momo. Lin Momo shook her head, saying that she could do it. Hearing this, Lin Cheng looked around the room, finally pointed to the room outside, and said to Lin Momo, you sleep here. Okay. Lin Momo had no objection to Lin Cheng's arrangement. However, in the quiet live broadcast room, many questioning comments popped up because of Lin Cheng's arrangement. Dad asked daughter to sleep outside? Sleep in it by yourself? Shouldn't the father sleep in the living room outside and let the child sleep in the bed inside? What does this father think? Besides, the children are still young, and they are in a strange environment, so it should be fine to sleep together. I see that the small apartment that Bai Yulan and the others live in also has only one bedroom, and their father and daughter live together. I saw it too, and it was also on the hot search. Number, the picture is super cute. Lin Cheng and Lin Momo didn't know about the controversy in the live broadcast room. The father and daughter here have already dragged their luggage to their respective rooms and packed them up on their own. Lin Momo took out the sheets, quilt cover, and supplies prepared in advance from the suitcase, and started to make the bed. Although the process was difficult, Lin Momo still made the bed in a decent manner. Lin Cheng packed the inside, and when he came out, he saw that the simple bed he had built before had been covered with a set of blue Aisha sheets and quilts, and there were neatly folded clothes beside the pillow, and Lin Momo had her legs together, sit obediently on the edge of the bed. Seeing Lin Cheng coming out, Lin Momo's eyes shone brightly, and she smiled at him. The expression on his face couldn't tell whether he wanted to show him that he was capable, or he simply wanted to ask for praise. However, Lin Cheng's focus at this time is not on this. In order to make Lin Momo more photogenic in the show, most of the clothes Suji found for her were pink and tender. Good looking is good looking, but it is not resistant to dirt. After tossing for a long time, although Lin Momo was very careful, she still stained her clothes. Thinking of the scene of the kid messing around in front of the trash can, Lin Cheng suddenly felt bad. Did I get it right? Seeing that Lin Cheng's expression was different from what he expected, Lin Momo asked uncertainly. Change the dirty clothes on your body. Lin Cheng said with a frown. After speaking, he opened the door and went outside, leaving the room to Lin Momo. Lin Momo. She seems to have been rejected by accident again? At the same time, several comments also popped up in the live broadcast room. Although, Dad doesn't have to do this. I feel no love at all. Is the real relationship between the father and daughter not very good? It feels like the father doesn't care about his daughter, nor is he very good at taking care of his daughter. Lin Momo was changing clothes in the house, and the live broadcast was temporarily switched to outside the house. 2 minutes later, when Lin Momo opened the door again, she had returned to a clean and tidy appearance. I'm fine. Lin Momo said to Lin Cheng. Lin Cheng nodded expressionlessly, took some money, and said, Stay here, I'll go buy food. There is only one common cooking place on the first floor. Given the current family conditions of the two, they are not yet able to cook for themselves, so they can only buy food from outside. After taking 2 steps, thinking of something, Lin Cheng stopped, turned to look at Lin Momo who was still standing by the door, and asked, Is there anything you don't want to eat? Lin Momo shook her head, I can do it. Is there anything you want to eat? Steamed stuffed bun. Nodding his head, Lin Cheng went out to leave. After Lin Cheng went out, Lin Momo was thinking about her previous pile of recycled items, so she sneaked downstairs while the other party was away. Fortunately, this time is not the time to unify the garbage, and there are not many people passing by outside. Lin Momo's previous pile of bottles and paper bowls are still in place. Running over, Lin Momo crushed and sorted the remaining plastic bottles, and then found a corner in the corridor to tie them up and hide them in the corner. Then it turned back. She wanted to see if she could pick up a few more empty bottles around here. Unfortunately, Lin Cheng came back with a bun at this time. As soon as Lin Cheng came back, he saw Lin Momo wandering around those garbage bins and debris piles again. Seeing him come back, the girl took a step away from the debris pile as if frightened, with a guilty conscience. What are you doing here? Lin Cheng asked in a deep voice. It's nothing, Lin Momo turned her head and said, I'm waiting for you.